Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the objective type question and answer from the topic transverse electric and magnetic waves. So in the previous video we discussed the transverse electric wave and the transverse magnetic waves. What is that TE wave, what is TM wave, and which one is the dominant mode in TE and the TM wave, and so on. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about the questions from the transverse electric and magnetic wave. So the first question you see, in a transverse electric and magnetic wave, which of the following will be true? Okay, so transverse electric, TE means the electric field is transverse to wave direction, means it's a this one. E is transverse to wave direction, means this is called as a TE mode. Okay, if H is transverse to wave direction, means this is called as a TM. But transverse electric and magnetic wave means both E and H. Okay, electric field and magnetic field are transverse to wave direction. So this is the correct answer. So for TEM wave, both electric and magnetic field strength are transverse to wave direction. Then the next thing, the cutoff frequency of TEM wave is dash. So the TEM wave have both E and H perpendicular to the guide axis. So that's why the cutoff frequency of the TEM wave is 0. Okay, 0. Then the next one, which component is non-zero in TEM wave? EX, HZ, EZ, attenuation constant. So in TEM wave, the component, the electric component in X direction, this one is non-zero. Remaining all components are 0. Okay, so the attenuation is 0. EZ and HZ, it is a 0. Only the component EX is non-zero in TEM wave. Okay, the next one, the TEM wave can propagate in rectangular waveguides. State it's a true or false. So the TEM wave can propagate in rectangular waveguide, it's a false. Okay, the rectangular waveguide does not allow the TEM wave. In rectangular waveguide, the TEM wave does not flow. The TEM mode can exist only in two conductor system and not in a hollow waveguide. So that's why the TEM wave cannot be propagated in a rectangular waveguide. The next thing, the cutoff wavelength in a TEM wave will be dash. Okay, so the cutoff wavelength in TEM wave, it is infinity. So the cutoff frequency is 0. The cutoff frequency of TEM wave is 0. So the cutoff wavelength will be infinity. Okay, so both cutoff frequency and wavelength both are inversely proportional. So cutoff frequency is 0 means the cutoff wavelength of TEM is infinity. Then the next one, the guided wavelength of TEM wave in a waveguide having the wavelength of 5 unit is dash. So the wavelength lambda is given as 5. Okay, so the question is, we have to find out the guided wavelength. Okay, lambda g we have to calculate. So for TEM wave, the guided wavelength is same as the wavelength of the waveguide. So that's why the guided wavelength of TEM wave is equal to the same lambda 5. So lambda g equal to lambda for the TEM wave. Similarly, the guided phase constant of TEM wave, if the phase constant is 2.8 unit is dash. So similar to that is the guided wavelength is equal to the wavelength of the given wave. Similarly, the guided phase constant is also, okay, so guided phase constant means beta g. The guided phase constant is also equal to the phase constant of the particular wave. So that's why the beta g is equal to same beta, so 2.8 for which mode? TEM waves. Okay. Next thing, which type of transmission line accepts TEM wave? So that is the rectangular waveguide will not allow the TEM wave. Okay, so which type of transmission line accepts the TEM wave means copper cable, coaxial cable, rectangular waveguide, circular waveguide. Coaxial cable. Only coaxial cable it accepts the TEM wave. Okay, out of this. So the hollow transmission line supports TEM waves only. So TEM wave is possible only in coaxial cable transmission, which is not hollow. Then the next one, for a TEM wave to propagate in a medium, the medium has to be dash. Okay. So if the TEM wave to propagate in a particular medium, the medium has to be air, insulator, dispersive, non-dispersive. The medium has to be non-dispersive. The medium in which the TEM wave propagate has to be non-dispersive. Okay. In that medium only the TEM wave is propagating. The next thing, the strip line and parallel plate waveguides support TEM wave. It's a true or false? It's a true. The strip line and parallel plate waveguides are not hollow. Okay, so that's why the mediums are non-dispersive. So the strip line and parallel plate waveguide supports the TEM wave. Then the next question, so we will discuss from the phase and group velocity. So in a waveguide, which of the following condition is true always? Phase velocity is always equal to the speed of the light. Group velocity is equal to c. Phase velocity greater than c. Phase velocity less than c. Phase velocity is always greater than c. Okay, phase velocity of the wave is always greater than the speed of the light in a waveguide. Okay. Then the next thing, the term cos theta is given by 2.5. Find the phase velocity. Okay, so what is the relation between the cos theta and the phase velocity means? The phase velocity Vp equal to c into cos theta. So here the cos theta value is 2.5. So you just multiply that cos theta value into c. Okay, speed of light, we will get a 7.85 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, so this is the answer. The next one, the cutoff wavelength and guided wavelength are given by 0.5, 2 respectively. So cutoff wavelength is 0.5, guided wavelength is 2. Find the wavelength of the wave. Okay, so what is the relation between lambda, lambda g and lambda c means? So you see 1 divided by lambda the whole square is equal to 1 by lambda c the whole square plus 1 by lambda g the whole square, where lambda c is a cutoff wavelength, lambda g is the guided wavelength. So if you are substituting the guided wavelength and cutoff wavelength, and if you are calculating, we will get the answer is lambda equal to 0.48 units. Okay, so this is the relation between wavelength, cutoff wavelength and guided wavelength. 1 by lambda the whole square is equal to 1 by lambda c the whole square plus 1 by lambda g the whole square. Okay, you just remember this formula. These are 2 more problems. The next one, the cutoff wavelength of a rectangular waveguide in dominant mode if the dimension is 4 centimeter cross 6 centimeter cross 4 centimeters dash. Okay. So the cutoff wavelength in a dominant mode is, so already you know the formula. So we discussed this type of problem in the previous video also. So the cutoff wavelength lambda c equal to 2a divided by m. So here the dominant mode means the m value is 1. Okay. And the a value is here 6 centimeter. So if you are substituting, we will get the answer is 12 centimeter. Okay. So this is the 12 centimeter is the answer. Then the next one, the product of phase and group velocity is given by dash. Okay. So the group velocity and the phase velocity. Okay. That is Vp, phase velocity, and group velocity Vg. The product of Vp into Vg is equal to the speed of light. Speed of light divided by 2. 2 into speed of light divided by 4. Okay. The speed of light divided by 4. So you see Vp into Vc is equal to the product of these two is the square of the speed of light. Okay, so Vp into Vg is equal to square of that light. Okay, so this is the relation. Then the next one, the phase velocity of a wave having group velocity is 6 into 10 to the power 6 is dash. So here the question is phase velocity Vp we have to find out. The group velocity is given. So what is the relation between phase velocity and the group velocity means? Phase velocity into group velocity is equal to c squared. Okay, so you know the formula. So in this the group velocity Vg is given. So already you know the value of C. So from that you just calculate Vp. So Vp equal to C squared divided by Vg. So if you are calculating, we will get the answer is 150 into 10 to the power 8 meter per seconds. The next one, the group velocity of a wave with the phase velocity 60 into 10 to the power 9 is dash. Okay. So here phase velocity is given. We have to find the group velocity. Okay, same thing. So using this formula, the product of Vp, Vg equal to C squared. So the phase velocity Vp you just substitute and we have to find out the Vg. Okay, so the answer is 1.5 into 10 to the power 6 meter per seconds. The next thing, the phase velocity of a wave having the phase constant 4 unit, frequency is 2.5 into 10 to the power 9 radians per second is dash. Okay, so here beta, phase constant beta is given and the radian frequency is given. So the question is phase velocity. So already you know the relation, the phase velocity equal to omega divided by beta g. Okay, so you substitute omega value as 2.5 into 10 to the power 9 divided by beta g is 4. If you are calculating, we will get the answer is 6.25. Then the next thing, the guided wavelength and phase constant are related by dash. So the guided wavelength lambda g equal to 2 pi divided by beta g. This is the relation between guided wavelength and phase constant. Guided wavelength is equal to 2 pi divided by beta g. The next thing, the phase velocity refers to group of waves and group velocity refers to single wave. The statement is true or false. It's a false. The phase velocity refers to a single wave. Group velocity refers to a group of wave. But here the statement is given as a wrong method. Okay, phase velocity refers to group of wave. Group velocity refers to single wave. This is wrong statement. The next thing, the phase and group velocity does not depend on which of the following. The phase and group velocity does not depend on which of the following. Frequency, wavelength, phase constant, attenuation constant. Attenuation constant. The phase and group velocity are directly related by frequency, wavelength, phase constant. But it is independent of attenuation constant. The next thing, the distance between two successive points in a waveguide is dash. So the distance between two successive points is calculated by the guided wavelength divided by 2. Okay, it is a half of the guided wavelength. The distance between two successive points in a waveguide is the guided wavelength divided by 2. Okay, so these are all the some of the questions from the transverse electric and magnetic wave as well as the phase velocity and group velocity problems. Okay, so these are all the the objective type questions from the unit 4. Okay, so if you want to learn unit 1 to the unit 4 MCQ videos for this transmission lines and waveguides and transmission lines and RF system, so in my channel there is a separate playlist is created for the subject transmission lines and waveguides MCQ. Okay, or I will give link for those videos in the description box. You can refer. Okay, and in the signals and system MCQ videos as well as the signals and system lecture videos are available in my channel as a separate playlist, and DSP MCQ videos, electronic circuits to MCQ videos are also available. So if you want, you learn. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos. Okay, so we will meet in the next video. Thank you.